This content is being created by a sassy adult and intended for a mature audience. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Susun.
Previously on The Life of Pi, the recap episode.
Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Coco, aka the Amateur Sim, and I am a complete newbie when it comes to a lot of things in the Sims 4, and I am brand spanking new to content creating. But just a quick synopsis, this is my very first attempt at creating game content. I mean, I have no idea what I'm doing. That's okay, I'm here to learn. But I have been obsessed with watching Sims 4 Let's Plays and Machinimas lately. And I thought, oh my God, this look like it will be so much fun to learn how to do and learn how to create this content for myself. So here I am. Now listen, don't be coming for me because of the quality of these videos. I already admitted I don't really know what I'm doing. Hence the channel name, The Amateur Sim. So my shots and angles may not be on point. No, I don't know how to pan in all smooth. And some of the quality gonna be a little wonky. But guess what? I definitely want to learn. And I learn best by doing. I figure I could use YouTube to document my journey and be able to look back on these first created videos to see how far I've come. And hopefully anyone watching will have fun watching me learn and learn a few things themselves along the way. And we can become a community of amateur simmers growing and learning together. Now, the legacy challenge that I wanted to play for my very first Let's Play is called the Fatal Flaws Legacy Challenge. I learned of this challenge watching Somalian here on YouTube. Go check out her channel. She's really consistent with her uploads and she has actually stuck to her series, which is pretty good, by the way. So go check her out. Now let's go over the rules of this challenge. This challenge is by Sia and the rules are as follows. You can find these rules on Tumblr. And here's what Sia wrote. The premise of this challenge is that each generation is confronted with a fatal flaw that they either decide to overcome or revel in. The reason I wrote this challenge was because I realized that the Sims I enjoyed playing most were the ones with negative traits. I had a lot of fun writing this, so I hope at least one other person has fun playing it. The only generations that really require an expansion pack are Gen 4, Squeamish, because that particular trait comes from the outdoor retreat, and Gen 7, Lazy, because it requires you to adopt animals. This challenge is greatly improved by any mods that make actual traits matter, personality please, Roberki's meaningful stories. This challenge is more story-based than gameplay-based, though there's elements of both. You don't need to complete the aspirations. They're only meant as a guide and are also there for the sake of the aspiration trait. You don't need to complete the careers either, unless it's a gen that specifically requires it. Feel free to go to university any generation if you feel like it suits your sim story, if you want to. And for right now, I will only be focusing on the rules for generation 1. I'll focus on the rules for the other generations as I play them. So here we go. Generation 1, mean. You didn't grow up in the happiest or most functional of households, and so you moved out as soon as you could. Now it's just you, your dog, and your shitty job. You're kind of an asshole, but you can't help it. It's a deep-seated defense mechanism from your past. Other people can't hurt you if you hurt them first, right? But as you grow older, you start to realize that more than anything, you want the love and family you never had. If only you could find someone who could make it past your terrible social skills in order to see the big heart you have hidden underneath. The traits are mean, dog lover, and family oriented. The aspiration is big happy family. The career can be retail and can pick another part-time career as an adult on top of that. The rules are: number 1, start the generation as a teen on an empty lot. Number 2, drop out of high school using a mod or just simply don't go. 3, make money from the retail career, dumpster diving, fishing, collectibles, anything. Just never get a proper full-time job. You never finish high school after all. When you age up into young adult, meet and woo a sim of your choice. Optional, they can have the good trait. Number 5, be mean and rude to everyone you come across until you fall in love with your future spouse. 6, have at least 3 kids and become at least friends level relationship with all of them. Cats and dogs, have a dog with the friendly trait, become companions with them, and then use parenthood if you want an extra challenge, age up from teenagers to have the insensitive trait from negative empathy. All right, so I'll only be tweaking these rules a little bit just to fit the storyline that I came up with. And the name of my Let's Play is called The Life of Pi, the Illegitimate illegitimate line of Mortimer Goth. I have already posted 3 machinimas depicting the backstory and lore of this Let's Play. So please feel free to go back and watch all 3 machinimas, or stick around to the end of this video because this video will serve as a recap of our backstory. And now let me lower my voice. This here is Paisley Valentine, and she has had a rough day, y'all. But unbeknownst to her, she is the illegitimate daughter of the one and only Mortimer Goth. Yeah, you heard me right. And we gonna let her sleep while we clock that tea, cause things a little messy, y'all. But past these hard, so I can raise my voice just a little bit more. Child, her mother used to be the Goth's maid. And while Bella was out doing her things at the club at night, getting her little CIA on or whatever the heck she is, Mortimer was at home doing his thing with the maid. They got busted and everything. Poor maid wound up pregnant. And I use the term poor maid very loosely. Cause child, she knew he was a married man over there being a fool for love. But anyway, when the maid found out she was pregnant, she got all googly-eyed, thinking Mortimer was about to leave his wife for her.
Parfait. And Sabine.
Girl, please. She fell for the okie doke. Child, she went running over there to the Goth mansion to tell Mortimer and Bella that she was pregnant.
And a fall.
And straight got her soul crushed. Not only was Mortimer not leaving his wife, child, his wife was pregnant too.
Julep Skeins, Jekla Wannefash,
Oh, säkert na.
Revolvi.
Baby, I mean, that child's soul was crushed. Those chances you take when you trying to be a home wrecker. Messed around and got wrecked instead. Lost a job, got that ass beat down. And then, cause she broke with no benefits, had to have that baby at home.
Edna. Please,
Y'all know Bella and Agent. She hacked them computers and made sure that girl couldn't even get government assistance. Baby, that maid played with the wrong one. And to top things off, little baby Pat was a screamer. All that baby did was cry. Must have had colic or something. Barb, that's the maid's name, could not handle it. Was broke, tired, and at her wit's end that without even thinking things through, she wrote a note and left that poor baby on the orphanage doorstep in the rain. You heard me? In the rain. Like, child, you could have at least waited for a sunny day. The orphanage headmistress could barely read her little soggy note. Talking about this is Paisley pie. Girl, my goodness. And these two right here, this is Olga and Cleo Bumpkin. The last thing they needed was another poor, unfortunate soul dropped off on their doorstep. Because truth be told, they barely took care of the kids they already had there. Olga had a gambling addiction. And Cleo's best friend was any whiskey bottle. So the money coming from the state was used to fund their habits, and it was beginning to run low. The Bumpkins was happy to have another child dropped off on the doorstep because an extra child meant extra money. And the fact that a secret donor started donating extra money about a month after Paisley arrived with specific instructions that the money was supposed to be used for the care of one Paisley pie only sweetened the deal. You'd think that they would actually use some of the money to care for the child. But since nobody ever showed up to check, the Bumpkins wasn't about to allow things for Paisley to cut into their whiskey and gambling funds. Hey, that was more money in their pocket. So Paisley was left hungry most nights with the other kids and left to wear donation box hand-me-downs just like everybody else. But our little Paisley here is a fighter. With all that life has thrown her way, none of it has broken her spirit. Even as a toddler, Paisley held her own.
Pinvargi, Sparf Granoi.
Yeah, she may have gotten into trouble from time to time.
Choff, the busy, big copa, and tree. Pumpkin, Earthlet
But she definitely rolled with the punches. And as of today, we mean that literally. You saw what happened? And if you didn't, then you need to go back and watch the last 2 episodes. I put them in the description box for you. And while you at it, subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss nothing else. Because like with this girl be getting real. Watch this. See? Told you. I mean, the day started out on a good note. She was about to go out for some fresh air, chill at her little abandoned hideaway spot where she liked to go practice her graffiti. Yeah, she an evangelist, but she had her day planned out. But when she got to a spot, the bank had boarded it up and added a foreclosure sign to the front of it.
Oh, sure.
So Paisley was about to turn around and head back to the orphanage. But as soon as she was about to leave, the cutest little puppy ever came running up to her, begging for some food.
Hooray. On the stove we're going back?
All right, now yes, Paisley has a little mean streak, and yes, she a bit on the feisty side, but underneath all that, she secretly has a heart of gold. But don't tell I told y'all. You see, sometimes, late at night, Paisley dreams and fantasizes about a loving family, complete with a cute little dog, all of her own. Heck, that's probably what she's dreaming about right now. But she doesn't want anyone else to know this, because she thinks they might get it twisted and take her softer side for a weakness. Don't get it twisted, y'all. So far, she had only let 2 other people witness that softer side of her, and that's because she knew those 2 people would never take advantage, and that they always had each other back no matter what, mainly her best friend Cheyenne.
Boy, I'm sorry. Why, Nucci, Gleno.
But let's get back to the puppy. Now, when Pat first saw the dog, she tried to shoo it away.
Yikla Bay.
She knew Olga wasn't about to let her have no pets, but he was just too darn cute and just what Paisley always wanted.
Oh, boo.
So my girl came up with a plan. She figured that she would try to convince Olga to let her keep him by promising to get a job and not only supply food for herself and the dog, but slide the bumpkin some extra cash as well. She figured Olga would never turn down some extra cash. So she was feeling confident with her little plan, named the dog King, picked him up, and ran on home.
Onozoi Sneak.
And this is where my girl day turned cold. As soon as they got back to the orphanage and Olga spotted the dog, she snapped. Pat tried to calm her down so she could tell her little plan.
Guitar Lusta. Barbara Jamie. Kazoy Barina. Shrieg.
But Olga wasn't trying to hear it. She got straight disrespectful, called the girl out her name, put her down, and basically just shitted all over her dream.
Phoebe Deepwa.
Slurs Ponil?
And this pissed Paisley off. Because not only was Olga denying her something that she had secretly wanted her whole life, she had to go and throw some disrespect on top of it too. Oh, square up, B. And that's exactly what they did. Unfortunately, though, after Paisley faded Olga old ass, Olga was pissed and told Paisley she had to go.
Oily, Filpa, Pushi Bibadoy, Hana.
Now, legally, a child couldn't leave the orphanage until their 18th birthday. But if y'all remember, Paisley was never placed in the orphanage the legal way to begin with. Y'all saw what happened. Her mama left on the doorstep in the rain. And that was the fact that Olga never let her forget. The fact that she was left on the doorstep and the fact that she was left with a note with her nickname being Pat was 2 of Olga's favorite insults whenever she would get mad at Paisley. But as Paisley got older, she embraced the nickname Pat and told everybody that that's what she preferred to be called. As a matter of fact, from this point out, we gonna refer to her as Pat too. But anyway, telling everybody that she preferred to be called Pat took some of the steam out of Olga's cell. So that only left her with a doorstep jab. But anyway, Pat didn't fight Olga's request to leave. As a matter of fact, she was so pissed off and fed up that even if Olga had not told her to leave, she would have still left anyway. So she moseyed on upstairs, packed whatever she could fit in her backpack, took a few items from the donation box, said goodbye to her bestie, grabbed her dog, and left. But since she had no friends outside of the orphanage and no family either, the only place that Pat could think to go was the mostly abandoned park in Evergreen Harbor. And let me tell you, the events of the day had caught up with this girl. as well as all the other unfortunate events life had thrown her way. So the dam that she had spent years building around herself finally broke, and she cried and just let it all out. And finally, the tears dried up and turned into a fierce determination. Paisley vowed to herself that she would never allow herself to feel this way again. And with that vow, she picked herself up, took a selfie to mark the moment, curled up on this bench, and fell into a deep, soulfully exhausted sleep, which brings us to where we are now with my girl curled up on this bench. Now, if you made it to the end of this recap, then let me know in the comments section below. Give me a thumbs up for encouragement. And now back to Paisley. We let her sleep through the night while we were playing catch up, but now it's time for Pi to rise and shine. Child, she gotta figure out her life. And what do you think she should do first? Should she go dumpster diving, try to find a better place to sleep, or should she look for a job? Let me know in the comments below. But the next time you see Pi will be in the very first episode of our Let's Play. So until then, may your needs stay full. This is the Amateur Sim signing off.
Well, that's it. I really hope you enjoyed it. We had a ball making it. Thank you.